Yeah, so Chris, in terms of Leaf goalies, I would say if the Leafs can't re-sign Jack Campbell, these are probably like my favorites. I would say when people talk about John Gibson declining, I still don't believe that. Like, the Ducks haven't had a very strong team. Like, in terms of last year, the first couple months of the Ducks, like them being high up in the Pacific Division, that was big time John Gibson. So I wouldn't mind going after John Gibson. Depending on how much the Islanders want, and if they will take a contract or two back, Varlamov could be an option for the Leafs. Some lower options would be like an Eric Comrie or like a Braden Holtby or Scott Wedgwood, guys like that. So those could be fits for the Leafs in terms of goaltending. I mean, there's a few other options, like, I don't know. I would say in terms of Marc-Andre Fleury is that dream option. I don't think that's realistic, but I mean, I guess you never know. Outside of that, like, again, another lower end option would be like a Kevin Lankinen. He's had his moments with Chicago. We know that. So outside of that, there's not too much more. I do know I'm going to drop a Jack Campbell video on YouTube, so definitely check that out in terms of where I could see Jack Campbell going if he does leave the Leafs. Outside of that, again, there's not too many like starting options that are like, it's not easy to get a starting goalie, right? It's always been a conversation of like, do you just go with a tandem because it's really hard to find that franchise goalie. That's why we see a guy like Andre Vasilevsky doing what he does with the Lightning and the Lightning winning cups, right? I do think Ville Husso could be an option for sure. I think that might be too risky in terms of like he showed at times, and then the price might go up. But again, he did kind of fail a couple of games in the playoffs. Georgiev could be another option for some teams. Georgiev or Kaapo Kähkönen from San Jose. Those could be a couple options. I think San Jose might want to see what they have in Kähkönen. And then Washington, what will they do with Samsonov? I think that's another goalie option that's kind of thrown out there. Will Washington keep on, or will they keep Samsonov? The other big hot take would be a Connor Hellebuck, but I just think Winnipeg could shift things around a little bit, get a good coach, and then maybe Winnipeg turns it around with Hellebuck still as their goalie. So we'll see what happens, but those are just obviously a few goaltending options, not just for the Leafs, but for like any teams if they're looking for a goalie.